result will have to go. Hussein is here to stay.
Yes, so we've wrapped up that communication, or rather that conversation. I want us to get into the Mashemeji Derby, the 99th edition of the biggest game in Kenyan football, to be taking place this Sunday at the Nyayo National Stadium. Both teams, or rather not both teams, Gor Mahia is leading the league while FC is second. But
just 3 points. It's just 3 points.
Yeah,
but it's still leading.
Yes, but before tuingie kwa hiyo conversation, wacha tufungue Sava. Sava inasemaje?
Hebu nifungue haraka kwa sababu huyu anataka kutu.
They are leading.
Fungua Sava.
AFC
Fungua Sava rakaraka.
AFC Leopards 2, Gor Mahia 1. Team. The means, I think Mashemeji Derby, Gor Mahia to win. Asifuha to be the man of the match. Gor will beat AFC Leopards 2-0. Manasseh from West Pokot.
Yes.
After Leopards, itapiga Gor 2-0. Sorry, AFC Leopards itapiga Gor 2-0. Ni Philip Shabiki Sugwa, AFC. Wacha niangalie. I'm George from Githurai.
Yes.
Gor Mahia to win 2-1. Acha ni refresh kwa sababu ni kama kuna zenye hazijafika.
So refresh, retrieve.
Let me retrieve. Unajua Sava una refresh.
Hivyo kura zinapotea.
RK from Olkalau anasema AFC Leopards to kill Gor Mahia again. And for Arsenal tumewazoea na Masilva. Haya, Ingwe all the best ni Isiori. Hello ni Mark from Kubu, alafu Salimia Mberia. Gor Mahia itapiga Leopards 2-1. Kuna mwingine tena Blue is the color, but Blue ya Ingwe si Chelsea. Ni Baba Travis, CEO Manchester United, Imara Daima branch. Haya. Nisome zingine mbili alafu sasa nikurushia. AFC Leopards will win the derby, but my question of the day, why does the world war unajua pia nina hariri.
You have to read it fast, man.
The day anaongea maneno ya world fear new world cup winners. Yes, hiyo sijaelewa vizuri lakini it is okay.
World cup iko hii mwaka, so hatujui ndani huwa the
sijaelewa vizuri imeingiaje hapo lakini well and good. Kuna nyingine hapa ya mwisho. Evans Machuka from Gesere Kisii. Mutu ya Shabana FC. I'm very bitter person with those sad developings. If the allegations are to go by, then it's like we are doomed. Because I personally was very confident that Hussein leadership together with Mariga would transform our soccer. But now, let me hope that allegations are false. I pray that one day I take that seat.
Haya, fanya hivi, retrieve. Sedo. Last weekend, FC Leopards suffered a 3-0 loss to Kenya Police at the Nyayo Stadium. And then Gor Mahia did not take advantage of that. They settled for a barren draw against Bandari at the Kasarani Stadium. And now these two teams are meeting in the biggest game in Kenyan football. Everybody will be waiting to see who comes on top. And probably this is a title decider. What do you have to say?
It's a game actually marred by several loopholes and angles in the both sides of the team. One is the team that actually scores goals and concedes a lot. The other team is one that has a solid kind of defense, but if it gets a chance, it scores 1 goal and seals the parameters. So as to say, maybe to start with the side of FC Leopard, I think the last game was a bad day in the office. They played good soccer. They commanded the spaces. They
could you even told, I've read your message here, you're telling people, this is the team that plays the best football in the country. Come to the stadium. Only for us to appear.
No, I was coming there. You know, we have relatively how we enjoy football in different spaces. It's quite variable from one space to another. I will follow football when it entices my eyes. The optics that I really receive from FC Leopard, currently, I have never enjoyed it elsewhere. And even if you go by the game that they lost last weekend, everyone will tell you they commanded the spaces. Go to the statistics. Possession was actually all over to the FC Leopard. The Blues was all over. But and again, the frivolities that I'm talking about is those lapses that comes when you're commanding your spaces. One is the structural aspect on how the game should be played. When you know very well that you are attacking in numbers, then you need to be very careful at the defensive cover. That's what actually hit FC Leopard to the core in the last weekend. When they are wing backs, the likes of Samuel Semo travels up front, they forget that they need to defend. At the same time, when the Tyson Otieno is in that particular space, like 4 set pieces. Remember the goals that they conceded last weekend? All was at a precursor of set pieces. One a corner. Another one, they are trying to do their flamboyant things of that set piece. It actually flops. So that should raise their eyebrows. They need to understand that they are playing Gor Mahia, who knows very well to command their space. And they concede slim kind of goals. If you go by how FC has been winning, FC has been pumping goals, yes. But it has been conceding goals. Gor has been scoring 1 goal and doesn't concede. That's the kind of different game that we are going to face. The team that will really defend their spaces and attack with the essence of getting goals is the one that will end up winning this derby.
Roger Shtemi, what are your thoughts on, or rather, how can you break down this fixture for us?
I think there's a lot to play for, bearing in mind that these are rivals. They're coming from a fixture of bragging rights. And whoever wins it, of course, the fans will have to sing their way up to the CBD. But on the flip side also, Cedric has spoken about how decisive it is to the title. Because looking at the table, Gor Mahia scored 25 goals, FC have scored 15 goals, and then the point difference 3. That means that these are do or die for FC Leopards. They know if they don't win this match, then it's going to be so difficult for them maybe to end their 20-year title drought. And for Gor Mahia, avoiding defeat will at least be like a good bounce back for them and ensure maybe they continue garnering points. And looking at the remaining 5 fixtures, I think both sides will have to meet Kakamega Homeboys and also Mara Sugar. So apart from this fixture, the 2 remaining matches, among the 5 remaining matches, like Mara Sugar and Kakamega Homeboys, going to play a key role on who will definitely end up winning the title come May. And looking at the players themselves, of course, FC Leopards, it was evident they missed the presence of James Kinyanjui during their match against Kenya Police, because we understand what Kinyanjui can bring into the game. And him coming back after missing that match gives FC Leopards a lot of impetus and also more creativity and frustrating the opposition defense. And on the other side, we'll have Musa Sharif, of course. We understand how speedy he is. He can do anything with the ball, but of course sometimes the final decision, the final touch lets him down. But in this particular moment, I think he knows exactly what this derby means for the Green Army. If he doesn't maybe put what many people expect of him, definitely the Green Army will be here crying for his blood. And in the midfield, we have Tyson and Enoch Morrison, the Ghanaian. Of course, that's going to be a very interesting battle, bearing in mind that Tyson's brother, Austin Odhiambo, is no longer at Gor Mahia. So the two guys will determine how the tempo of that midfield will flow. And whoever carries the day in that midfield, he'll allow his strikers and maybe attacking midfield maybe to get goals and end up the derby with something to smell about.
From 34B? Wacha some mbili tatu.
Even before nisome mbili tatu. As I prepare to read the Form 34B,
yes,
I want to inform Cedric a point of information.
Oh, wait. Are you informing Cedric or you are reading something that has...
No, I'm informing Cedric about the table. That AFC has scored 36 goals and conceded 21. So, he says they are scoring a lot but conceding a lot. 36 ni kidogo sana ukiwa game.
Kaka, hii sio EPL.
Conceded.
Gor Mahia have 44 goals. They have conceded 19. And then a goal difference of 25.
So where are the contrary?
And 15.
So
where are the contrary?
What I am saying,
I said FC concedes a lot.
Team ifunge mabao.
Aya, tuende kwa
Yache
sava.
kufanya nini sana. Let me retrieve.
Where is the
Tuende kwa
contrast?
sava.
Let me retrieve.
Where is the contrast?
No, he thinks he's
Sava
in the
inasemaje?
seals. He's in the seals, so... He's
AFC
still in the seals.
AFC 2, Gor Mahia 2, Ken from Kondele Kisumu. Fred, Gor 3, AFC 0. Haya. Let me, kuna mmoja anasema Union Berlin has appointed Maria Loz Eta, the first
that was like
coach.
2 weeks ago.
That ni ya kitambo hiyo sijui me. Kenyans are used to hearing scandals to the tune of billions. 42 million, we are saying nini, that is too little. There is no too little. A gem from Malaba. There is no too little. Ni pesa ya Kenya. Hussein Rashid si ajabu. The same evil that had befallen Mwendwa would come for Hussein. Na ikiwa Hussein was the sole signatory minus the interim CEO, hapo kitumbua kinatia maji. Kitumbua kinatianga maji. Kinaingia mchanga. Last but not least, let's wait for FIFA's response concerning the whole issue. And then acha niangalie.
Sava inafaa kwenda haraka haraka.
Sava inachanganyikiwa kidogo hii, siji kunaendaje.
Hivi ndio mtatunyanganya
uchaguzi.
Robbie, I wanted to pick Sedo's mind on an issue. It was in the build up to this Mashemeji Derby, the 99th edition. The chairman of Gor Mahia,
I was almost going there.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Please continue.
Now, you know, he was categorical, said that he wants better officiating. I don't know, but also the timing of his pronouncements. I don't know whether it made sense or he was trying to instill some fear somewhere.
I still feel, and I think on this occasion I'll separate my mind from fans and maybe try to be professional at a point. You know, those are the gaming kinds that happens when a team of such magnitude meets. He's playing into the game. And playing into the game, it means also that whatever statement he ushers in at that particular point might end up influencing the results at that moment. And this will happen with the kind of the officials that will be appointed for the particular match. At this particular point, you know, if you go by the world best practice ever, at this point we should have known who are the officials of this particular match. All the 4 officials, all the 5 officials have been known by now. But at least right now the cards are being played like what Hussein would play with the 42 million. Is what is happening right now. We don't know even the officials. So if these officials comes out like the chairman of Gor Mahia and start castigating vis-a-vis the fans, he's influencing even the fans and making the tempo.
How is he influencing? Yet he was just saying that, you know, what happened for us, what again happened to us against Bandari should not be replicated.
You know why the influence comes in from? And I'm not really picking his mind, I pick from what has happened in other spaces of the football. When you talk as a president, actually your fans or the fans of your team takes you serious. And they start seeing whatever that you are saying as if it has been happening. So that even a slight mistake, which and again any human being is bound to a mistake, a slight mistake in that particular field might result to something else. It might even end halting the match because of the tempo you will have created towards that particular match. As official, we need to learn how to restrain ourselves. Even if we were to usher a statement, it would have been best to usher in after the game itself, but not before the game.
Rogers, your thoughts on officiating?
I think it has been a crisis throughout the season, and it's a matter that needs to be addressed. But the timing, of course, of Gor Mahia's presidents and mates is questioning, because you know you're heading to the biggest fixture in the Kenyan football, and you know, as an official, as a referee, sometimes listening to those sentiments, you feel like, hey, why now? But of course, they are reading from the pain of what transpired when they played against Bandari, and you know, sometimes yes, the referee's decision is always final, and sometimes these decisions go in your way, sometimes they don't. You know, looking at the history of the Kenyan Premier League, there have been those decisions have been always been questionable, and you know, there have been people have not been talking so strongly about them. But you know, this particular title race is too close to call, and you know, if maybe you feel somebody is going to influence this game, definitely you have to raise your voice. But all said and done, let the 90 minutes decide who's
winning.
Of course, I'll give FC Leopards to win the match.
Cedric?
The beautiful soccer player currently in the league, and that's FC Leopards.
Fungua sava, tuko na dakika moja tumalize.
Flamboyant. Kwa mtu amesema, I think match fixing is killing our football. I watched Gor versus Bandari, where Gor was not given a penalty. Match fixing. Hello, my name is Ogebo. Gor will damage the Leopards. Hussein must go. Hussein aende. Ingine pia aende. Sasa hizo ni baadhi ya jumbe. And then ya mwisho, I really hope Leopards will beat Gor home and away for the first time in years. Then mkoaji wakuu, changu ni kuwakumbusha, najua binadamu usahau sana, Arsenal walipigwa na Man City weekend.
Mkangai anasema Sedo is right. It was just a bad day in office for FC. Alafu, I'm not happy with the in-laws. Where are they blaming Mariga on their downfalls? I don't know why he's saying that. Hassan, who's winning?
Ooh, it's too close to call. I think I'd want FC Leopards to win so that your title up. ikuwe really two horse race.
Kariuki nani anashinda?
Gor Mahia.
Hata mimi naona ni Gor Mahia wanashinda. Thank you very much, Roger Seshtemi, for making time. Cedric Musumba, good to have you back. From 34B, good to have you back. Good to see you. And of course, for opening the servers.
But next time, at least just bring the battery closer to him so that you can keep on charging. Because the server need to be very fast.
Server, yani quick.
It is slow.
It is very slow. That is where we wrap up the Football Sleep tonight. My name is Robinson Okenya. And remember, the Football Sleeper was brought to you by 1xBet. If you're betting, make sure you do it responsibly. 1xBet